Supposed to give myself 5 minutes, but I didn't. 3 minutes? I guess that's something. So for the next 3 minutes, I'm gonna be talking generalities. Here, whoa! Have you been drinking? The thing about life is making yourself. But how could you be here if you made yourself? Somebody else make you? Or did you roundaboutly make yourself? Your layers of complexity, the naivety of some do not hold themselves accountable. But everything you do, every moment you are, is eternity. You may think that that moment of you just taking a breath, enjoying wherever you are, the sun may be in or not in the sky, the moon, the earth, the stars, the universe. It's all come in for you to create this moment. And at this moment, choose what you desire. Choose what you want to co-create. I have this idea, and I know that based on all the esoteric teachings that I've studied and all of the cultures that I've been exposed to so far, including my own, and all the opportunities that I've had to enjoy the fruits of the earth and the romantic toilings of others and myself. I choose to be present with helping you co-create your presence. There's something that's holding you, and you like being held. As a human, we all love being held. It's part of the nature of who we are and our makeup. It awakens within us the creativity, the fecundity, meaning abundance, the wealth of the now and the safety of the arms of the mother and the safety of the arms of the father, being valued and cherished, to be wrapped, carried in the great cosmic womb that is the mothership unto this earth called spaceship. This spaceship water rock. That's what we'll call it. It's becoming my bedtime. I don't know if you can hear my neighbors as loud as I can. I don't know if you can feel the feeling I feel. But if you can, Picture this. You're laying in your bed or wherever you've decided to fall asleep. You feel safe enough to sleep here. You've got to rest. You're exhausted. You've had an interesting day in between high highs and medium to soft lows. Let's just not even call them lows, just call them waves of life, testing your existence, your attitude, your your capacity for love, your capacity for understanding, your capacity for grace. It's testing and pushing and pulling and showing you what it is to be you in this moment, and also what it is that you're stepping into, as well as what it is that you've carried from the past, and things you can let go of, and things you haven't, or you don't need to, really. Some things are good, some things are not so good, but it's all on a good scale, if you know what I'm saying. You're blessed to be here. You're blessed to be resting. You're blessed to be drifting off into the cosmos as your physical body lays still, breathing deeply and slowly, deeply and slowly. You choose to envision a plausible future where you're even more safe because everyone has what they need. There's clean, accessible water. The earth herself has laid her love out for you. There's tons of beautiful food. The people don't need because they already have. Everyone is safe around you. And that circle of around you spans from right outside your body, about a foot, to 3 feet, to 7 feet, to 9 feet. The world is calm and so excited with you, knowing that this joy, this expansive presence of your beginning, middle, and eternity is showing you through the reflection of now. It's busy. There's so much going on, and everyone feels good about it. Some are resting, some are playing. Music plays. You have space. Maybe there's a dog roaming around, or a cat safely playing, or a fish. Fish, fish, fishy, fish, fish. Choose to create wisely because it's in the now that you're able to create. Well, this is a weird video. I'm getting indicated to go and rest and do some work energetically. And I think my neighbors all bust, as they say out in these streets. Little wasty face. So I trust this moment. It only gets better. At least I did it, right? At least I did the live. It was a weird channel message because it seemed like before it began, there was so much to say about the world and the history and the bloodlines and the cultures and awakening the ancestors and the people coming back from the dead, not raising from the dead, but like their blood is coming out in other people, like the features and the sayings and the energetics. See, we're never fully leaving, we're just re-emerging. And so this weird pressure that's being put on a certain dynamic or a certain group is about to not implode this way, but implode like this. Boom. So it doesn't fully get away. There's no way to erase, especially when the collective consciousness, there's so many of us being conscious that we're finally starting to hear the dead. We're starting to acknowledge the ancestor suffering and the unnecessariness that is imperialism and patriarchy. You'll see the children reborn as gods and goddesses. You see the world as we know it rise, fall, and rise again. And we are at a crest of collapsing in terms of a wave, and that's what I see. Oh, it's already falling, it's already falling. And the end thinks it's higher than the crest, but it's already begun because that's the nature of life. You see, the earth doesn't need us, we need the earth. And until we reharmonize, do we fully get to enjoy the earth? You may find pleasure in not knowing that the world is crumbling. But now you're forced to know to say it's crumbling. And it's not crumbling with us, it's crumbling on us. The emotionality of this sacred pain is not unnoticed. And we take this hit for the future generations, but we shift it now with our being. So if you take anything, I'll timestamp this. Remember that consciousness is a construct based upon the known, unknown, the unknown, the known, the known, and the unconsciously known, like clear cognizance, yeah. The clairs, right? The anchoring of humanity in its graces. The rewriting of power structures are coming from within. The more than conscious objection, the physical objection, the sheer rejection from the body to conceive. And those who can stay blessed, and those who cannot, I understand. That must be very hurtful. But there's other things we're conceiving. They're the ideas and the means of ways of being. There has been a time that has come before, and there will be a time that comes after. It is not in our full nature to understand or contemplate what truly is being, but we do anyway. So if you want to rest your mind, tell it to rest. If you want to rest your body, allow it to sleep. If you want to awaken the heart, be still and know it is awake, for you are here and sent from divinity to convene and reconvene and create ideas, movements, physical objects, etherical objects like music, the way a feeling is or a painting, how dance flows in the body, so air flows through the lungs and creates more. It's time to realize your importance and your value is beyond what you could possibly imagine. It's not just the thing you create, it's the people you connect with, it's the words you share, it's the spirit you allow to speak through. Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, the first takers that you've heard from of divinity's word to man. It came from within and through them. It was perceived and projected to be external, but they were brothers in the energy of divinity and still spoke through the divine under the guise of their times. Their words used to suppress, to sublimate, to wipe out. When God is a God of many faces to many people, for God reflects all people. God reflects all sexes. God is nonetheless the wild, the tamed, the sacred, the damned, the endless energy that is the essence of the all. I'm not sure why I'm doing this. I'm not sure why I'm here. Today I peered into myself and saw things I did not want to see. Things that hurt from long ago, ideas that are repeated in my head, constructs that I have deeply etched for self-preservation, for emotional protection. But they caused pain and disconnect and running from resource. I guess walking towards certain resource too. Maybe it's something that I'm just playing with right now. But I know that there's great inside of me, and I'm here to receive and to give great things. I know that my ancestors designed and put this together for me to be as free as I could be. I have to trust the process. I wish I could say it's all love and light, but we have so much healing to do. And healing is never done. Because at a certain point, healing just turns into maintenance. We can maintain our healthy bodies. We can maintain our bleeding hearts. We can live in joy and radiance too, don't get me wrong. saying. but, but what I am saying is there is a lot of shadow. And when you start to look at that shadow and the angle of the light, you can put the sun, the light, in such a place that all shadow appears to be gone. And there's still a little shadow. You know what I mean? Because if you're hovering above the ground, there'll still be shadow because there's ground. But if you think about it, like there's no ground, like there's no way to fully be without shadow unless you're fully without light. Or I mean, how could you be surrounded by light unless you're in the middle of light, right? Like logically, how could you be in the middle of light? Because you exist, right? Unless you are light, unless you're a crystal and you're light. And the thing is, if you're a crystal, you still have fractures and things that distort and change the light to let it know, let and the energy know that you're there, right? So if you're there and you're light and you're a crystal and you're amorphous and you're fire and you're light and you're particles, if you're particles, based on how atoms work, if you're particles, then you could really co-create anything from this moment. So this is a visualization that I use actually when I'm shifting dimensional realities. And it's like being in a puddle. Like imagine there's a line, not like this. Well, actually, just like that. What? Did I really do that? Anyway, I got a tattoo several years ago just so you could see this. This line goes all the way up my body. It's a portal done in 5 sections, 5 elements. But anyway, this you're in a puddle and it's like a reverberation of water or jiggly under, whatever. Anyway, it's like this everywhere. The whole world is slightly moving. Everything is slightly moving like this. And you're in a puddle and you just move through that to another puddle. And you change the frequency over and over. Have you seen Donnie Darko? It's like that type of energetics. Now that's a dark movie. I'm not saying that this energy or this shifting of timelines is dark, but it looks like it's connecting not through the center, but through all of space and time and dimensional realities. Do you think it's crazy that I can like be at peace and still hear someone next door talking? Do you think it's funny how I can like still, well, not all the time. I wish I could all the time. But I like to think of life as a constant state of meditation and prayer. Why? Because everything I do is sacred. Every little thing just turns to dink. Oh, did you hear that? Did you feel it? When I tapped you? I tapped your third eye to tap your crown. This is starting to send waves down your spine. Yes, yes, you. And you get the energy. And you get it. And you get it. Everyone, wake up. Wake up. But relax. I'm not going to wake myself up. You know how energy works. What one does to others, one does to oneself. Forming boundaries for safety. I get it. I get it. think it's about that time. A half an hour of me talking to you. Only some of it was good, I think. And energy healing, letting you into my mind. Ask me anything. I'm really good at random questions from the universe. Some guy was asking this spiritual healing group about the Maori and bloodshed, and how if he used some Maori terms. Maori's a people and a language, just in case you didn't know. And Aotearoa is what it was originally called. But anyway, so he asked about the bloodshed and the war and the people, and like they're fierce warriors, and the ancestors carry the blood. So as the ancestor, the person who's carrying trauma, you have to not only clear the land and change the frequency one to neutral and then to a positive, but then you also have to work with the ancestors because they carry the memories of the blood, and the blood carries the anger, the torture, the anguish. To live through wars creates a whole nother level of fight and flight, fawn and forticate. Like, it puts a person in a different type of state, especially in this type of the 2023. Whoever's watching this, whatever time space is watching this, if you're an alien, calm down and give me some special powers and tools. Anyway, I have this device I'd like you to create where anything I see in a cooking show, I can press it and it'll show up in the place. What else? What else? But yeah, so he asked these questions, and I started seeing how the ancestors were waking up and the blood was waking up, which is kind of what I was talking about earlier. The ancestors are here. And so when you want to clear something, it's not necessarily about removing the memory, it's about reframing it, but you have to reframe it from the majority of the DNA, and there's no erasing the DNA since we're all linked as human beings. So that's why what you do to one, you do to others, you do them all. And so I created this 9 by 9 like kit, right? It's a ritual kit. And what people didn't seem to understand about it yet is that not only does it bring you the goodness and the kindness and the things you want now, it actually negates the negative things that you had wished upon yourself and others in the past and in the future. It's done in a way that's woven with multiple people's magic who have in you, pending you. Get the 9 by 9. I'm only selling 99 of them. I'm only distributing, or however it works with 99 people. Or should I do 999? It kind of depends on how this goes. This meaning what the ancestors are telling me. Because I can't just do what I want anymore. It's never ever been about me just doing what I want. People think you do what you want. It's like, no, I'm specifically guided to do things. And then I got to do them. And that's that. Some things I want for myself, but when I take what I want, in a sense, it can be detrimental if it's coming from the imbalanced, wounded place, right? And that's where a lot of people are working from. So clearing trauma is to the point where you can actually succeed and continue to step into your dharma is huge, especially for your offspring, so that they can fully enter their dharma as well. People think that isolation of identities prevent them from growing. No, people just become who they're gonna become. And like, people are so afraid of someone stealing their recipe or their dream or something. That they don't realize that in order for it to be appreciated, it's fully, it gets to be shared, at least with a loved one or two. I'm not saying share your recipe. I'm definitely not saying share your children. But I am saying share their ability to grow in discernment into who you know that they are meant to be. Okay. Is there anything else? That watch this thing is so funny. It's probably not even funny anymore. Depending on when you watch this. So tired. But my skin looks fantastic. Oh, am I correct? I'm all out of my oil. Time to make some oil. Not some oil, but some more. I will not be reading my own book to sleep because I wrote it, but I will be reading something else. Anyway, I love you. Thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you thought something was useful in there. And I wish you good dreams and even better realities.